Let's discuss about what a computer system is. This is general thing which could be applicable for any computer system, and it is also the starting point of the GCSE computer science. So let's look into it. Any computer system or any system in if you see any electronic system, take an example of a vending machine. It will have an input, processing, and output. So if you take your laptop, you will see that you have input, that is the keyboard or mouse is the input, and the computer processes it, and then you see the output on the monitor or the screen. So this is similar with any embedded systems or vending machines. Vending machine or embedded system, we call it embedded system because inside there is a system. So in a vending machine, as you see in the diagram, what you do is you select product, insert coin. This is the input. Then the processing, the system verifies the coin, checks the stock, releases the product. So this is the processing. Output is the product release. So this is basically the fundamental structure of any system, leave alone a computer system. Here if you see in this website, aiquery.com, I have made a simple program where to make you understand here. So you have a select of products. So I have selected a product, say chips, which is $1, and I'm going to give it like $5. And then these are inputs, and then I press the button. So when pressing the button is also considered input. So all three is input. So once you press the button, the processing happens. So which is the vending machine checks and everything, and then it will dispense you the chips or whatever products selected and the change. So this is the output. So this is the fundamental structure of any computer system or any system. Imagine a vending machine or even a washing machine, like where you throw in the clothes and then select the program and you start. So this is the processing. So input is throwing in the cloth, selecting the button, and the processing is the washing machine will start. So this is the very common understanding of any computer system which has input, processing, and output. To go a bit detail, this is the first step. So the next step is like most of the computer systems is von Neumann architecture. So this is the design which we always see. This will be also in the GCSE or any computer systems if you are studying. This is a fundamental architecture which you should know. So any computer system will have like a register which stores all the data. Just keep this in mind. Later we'll go into detail. A register will be storing all the data. Arithmetic logic unit and control unit. So the CPU basically consists of ALU, CU, and registers. CPU consists of arithmetic logic unit, control unit, and registers. Arithmetic logic unit performs the calculations, and control unit will control the flow of data. That is, it fetch the data, give it to the ALU, process it. Registers are for storage data. It is for super fast memory or just storing the data. So the CPU, which is the processing. When I said processing, it is done by the central processing unit. So the central processing unit carries out the fetch and decode, execute cycle. So it fetches the data, decodes it, and then executes it. So that's the CPU. So that's the fundamental architecture of a central processing unit. So it will have ALU, CU, and register. So if you just want to refresh, you can put it in the comments or in the message below so that you remember it. Then the CPU performance will be measured with clock speed or cache size or number of cores. So number of cores, you will be seeing a lot of configurations as dual core or tri-core or 4-core. What it means is it will have more processors inside it. So number of cores is basically more processors so that you will be getting a better speed. Cache size is the place where you store all the data, and the bigger the cache size is better, that you will be able to access and do more things. Clock speed is the more cycles per second, that is the faster processing. So as for storage and software, the primary storage fast memory of the CPU is always called RAM. That is random access memory. That is the primary storage where all your applications, when you open a browser, when you open Microsoft Word, all these applications will run on RAM. That is, it will be stored in RAM, and you will see the buttons, everything because of the random access memory. Secondary storage is long-term non-volatile storage. That means hard disk storage. So even if you switch off or reset your computer, restart your computer, then these, if you open a file, you store the file, right, in C drive. So this is what we call secondary storage, that is hard disk. We call it hard disk, which is of different types like SSD or HDD. Then what is the embedded system is like specialized computers. For example, a vending machine is an embedded system, or even your handheld small devices, anything electronic devices where you put some input and then you see some display is an embedded device. Inside there will be small bit of code and small bit of hardware. And system software is nothing but operating system and utilities. So this is a very general and fast quick overview of any computer system. So if you have any questions, you can put it in the comments and I'll answer it as possible. Yeah, thank you.